So if you're watching this, let me know where you're watching from, because it's always interesting to see where you're watching from. So, a bunch of messages every morning from friends, associates, and social media followers about, what's going on with the election, what's going on with the ballots and the counting and the fraudulent machines and Trump and Biden and all this stuff. And the funny thing is, all these people that are, complaining, and they're perseverating on this election and the race and who's going to be in the White House, I find it absolutely, one, hilarious, and two, partly troubling, because so many of these people that are perseverating on this election and this presidential race, and who won, and ballots, and who cheated, and all this stuff, and China and Russia and Venezuela and all this stuff, they're acting as if the person they want, if they get in, is going to change everything. It's the magic pill. And there is no magic pill. Because guess what? I know people who, when Obama was running for office, said, this is going to change everything. Hope and change, right? Hope and change. That was the platform. It's going to change everything. This guy is the savior. Best thing since sliced bread. It's going to change everything. You name it. Obama got in office for 8 years. During those 8 years, these same people were still miserable. They were still fat. They were still out of shape. They were still broke. They were still having issues with their family and their relationships. And now, those same people, when Trump got elected, said, oh, the world is over. This guy is the devil. Can't believe this guy got elected. What the hell? Oh my God. That's it. Life as we know it is never going to be the same. And they were still fat. They were still broke. They were still out of shape, miserable. Didn't matter. Now, Joe Biden gets elected. And now they're back. They're like, oh, Joe Biden, thank God that devil Trump is out. Joe Biden is going to bring this country back to where we need to be. He's going to help with the virus. He's going to do all this stuff. It's great. They're so happy. And they're still fat. They're still out of shape. They're still miserable. They're still broke. So, my question to those people is if the president, the person who's president, has such a terrific impact on your life that it can consume your day with text messages and social media posts and all this stuff, why are you still fat, broke, miserable, terrible relationships, unhealthy? Why is it? Does the person who's in the White House make you not put those potato chips in your mouth? Does a person in the White House make you not, or make you order or not order that molten chocolate lava cake dessert when you go out to dinner? Does the person in the White House make you pick up that donut when you walk through the break room at work? Or does the person in the White House give you the power to walk past that box of donuts? Does the person in the White House make you a better father? Does the person in the White House make you a better son or daughter? All these people who are putting all this value on who is president based on their political beliefs, yet they're all living lives of misery. Still fat, broke, sick, unhappy. So the reality is, the person in the White House, despite their political affiliation, has nothing to do with your personal reality. And you can say, oh, they're going to change tax laws and they're going to do, but let's face it. For most of you watching this video, whether Obama was president, whether Trump was president, whether Bush was president, whether Clinton was president, and whether Biden is president, for most of you watching this video right now, it won't matter. It won't matter. For most of you. Most of you have lived for the last few decades through multiple presidents from multiple parties and are just hale and hearty. Some of you have gotten married, some of you have gotten divorced, some of you have gained weight, some of you have lost weight, some of you have put more money in the bank and become better savers, some of you went broke and filed for bankruptcy. Some of you have mended relationships with your children, others have lost contact with their children. So, let me ask, does who wins the election truly matter to you? Or are you just pretending it matters to you? Are you pretending that your life is going to drastically change because Trump wins or Trump loses, Biden wins, Biden loses? Because we can all go back and look at the photos, right? 10 years ago, overweight, broke, depressed, miserable, bad relationships. 5 years ago, 1 year ago. So stop pretending that the person in the White House is responsible for everything you're going through. Guess what? Guess what? The person in the White House does not make you buy Christmas presents for people and maybe your children. Although you can't afford them, buy them and rack up your credit card debt at 24% interest because, you know, it's the holidays and, you know, you'll figure out a way to pay it off later. And, you know, you want to make sure the kids have a good holiday, or you want to make sure your friends, you know, get a nice gift because you don't want them to think that you're suffering or you're broke or whatever, because you really are, right? So why, you know, in an effort to make yourself not look broke, you make yourself broker, right? Yes. And that all depends on the person in the White House, right? Trump, it's Trump's fault. But if it's Biden, it's not Biden's fault. Or if it's Obama, if you're on the other side, if it's Obama, it's Obama's fault. Well, when Trump's in the White House, oh, man, Trump's the savior. Trump's the savior. Everything's all good now. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. And that's the worst person to lie to. Because the president doesn't make you save that money, invest it, put it away for your kids, put it away for your family. And the president doesn't make you spend it foolishly when you can't afford to spend it. The president doesn't make you grab a candy bar when you're checking out at the register. The president doesn't make you order carrots instead of French fries with your burger, no bun. So stop pretending that they do. Look in the mirror and realize that's the person that affects your life. You can make all the posts on social media. You can send all the text messages you want. You could do anything you want about the president, the election, and whoever you love. You love Biden? Great. You love Trump? Great. I've seen it both. The MAGA, make Trump, yeah, America great again, Trump. Trump was in the White House nearly 4 years. Those people were still fat, still miserable. They were happy that Trump was in there, but their lives were still a mess. Just a complete mess. Making poor decisions. Treating their bodies like shit. Treating their family like crap. Okay, well, Trump was in the White House. Why didn't you lose weight? Why didn't you save more money? Why didn't you pay off your debt? Why didn't you mend the relationship with your parents and your kids? What happened? You got your red hat, your American flag? Trump 2020. What happened? Oh, Donald Trump didn't personally come help you? Not put French fries on your plate and in your freaking mouth? Oh, really? Or maybe you think Biden's going to solve it all. Joe Biden, he's a savior. Thank God. Trump's out. Or Obama, hope and change. Really? Joe Biden? Gonna come slap your hand off that mouse when you're ordering that garbage you don't need off Amazon? With your Prime membership? Joe Biden gonna come down and have a counseling session to help mend the relationship between you and your kids? So they don't think that you hate them? Joe Biden gonna come in to your house and take all the snacks and the garbage out of your cabinets and out of your fridge? And at night, when you're hungry, and instead of going for a healthy snack, Joe Biden gonna say, hey, hold on, eat these Brussels sprouts instead. No, you're still gonna be fat, broke, depressed, and unhappy. You could post all you want about how happy you are that Joe Biden's in the office. But what's it do for you? And guess what? Guess what? Here's the other thing that no one's talking about. Black people who fought with the police and resisted arrest and were shot, hurt, and or killed when Obama was president? It happened. It happened. It happened when Bush was president. It happened when Clinton was president. It happened when Trump was president. And it will happen when Biden is president. It will happen. Anyone who says that racism is now over because Joe Biden got elected is insane, is batshit crazy. It will still happen. Racism isn't over. Nobody who was a racist on November 1st or November 2nd, once Biden got elected, automatically said, oh, well, here you go. Joe Biden got elected. I guess I can't be a racist anymore. Damn it. I guess I got to wait for, Trump's son to run again. Maybe, Donald Trump Jr. will run for president. And then I can go back to being a racist. Really? Is that what you think? You think no police officer is going to shoot a black man that resists arrest or something now that Joe Biden's president? When it happened under Trump, of course, once again, people pointed the finger at Trump. When it happened under Obama, for some reason, no one pointed the finger at Obama. They really couldn't, because Obama was a black man. And they couldn't say, this is all Obama's fault. But you and I both know, we've seen the comments on social media. when some of these incidents happened, I personally talked to people who said George Floyd was a result of Donald Trump being in the White House. Personally talked to people. They've said that to my face. What happened to George Floyd is a result of Donald Trump being in the White House. Okay. I can't wait to go back to those fucking people when a black man is shot and killed by the police for whatever reason, and I'm going to say, this is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's fault. And I can't wait for them to come back and say anything. Because if it was Donald Trump's fault when Donald Trump was president, well, it must be Joe Biden's fault when Joe Biden's president, right? No. For some reason, it won't be. And that is mental illness. Guess what? It will happen during anyone's. It will happen during anyone's presidency. So stop making excuses for your life and what's not going right in your life and start taking ownership. The person in the White House does not direct how you live your life. The person in the White House doesn't dictate whether you are a good person or not. You dictate that. The person in the White House doesn't dictate whether you eat garbage and stuff your face with sugary snacks because you're hungry and you feel like it. The person in the White House doesn't make you sit down and look at your finances and say, you know what? I got to tighten this ship up. I got to get my act together. No, you do that. But if you want to continue to lie to yourself and pretend that some politician in some state far away, whether they are part of your political party or not, determines the path of your life, you are telling a lie to the worst person possible, yourself.